So again, for those of you who don't understand, this new system basically needs 2 items. Number one, the first item you can get from this event shop, right, is this thing right here, the Tear of the Goddess. Okay, and then the other thing, you get to farm it every day using your stamina, and that is from this thing right here. You go to the Path of Adventure, you talk to this lady called Grandis here. I don't know if she's a playable character or not, but if you go here, go to this particular one, this one, the cave, right? So you have to choose the correct element for your characters. Obviously, you can see Cave of Fire will give you the Fire Stone, alright? Cave of Water will give you the Water Stone. And then Cave of Wind will give you the Wind one, and then there's a Light and Dark, right? There's 5 elements in this game. Now obviously, if you look at every single character, each of them will have... Right now, the character that's available or can do this, can upgrade this, are the characters with this circle here, right? You can see. This circle, so Justia, Eclipse, you know, Leatrice as well. So let's have a recap again, right? Because I think Leatrice one is going to be very, very strong. Let's move my face cam here. Okay, so Leatrice one, you can see every costume. I actually thought this system is like a universal system across all the costumes, but you got to upgrade the costumes individually. For example, this costume, the latest one, the maid costume. What makes it strong is you can increase a tile range. Look at this. This is massive! This is huge. You get what I'm saying? This is huge. From a cross tile, from a plus tile to a 3x3. This is insane, alright? I think this is one of the strongest one, and cooldown time is reduced by 2 turns. So I think this is going to be massive, alright? The rest is SP consumption by 1. These are the major ones, right? There are some small nodes here that you only need these things, right? But the big nodes are the one that you also need the Tear of Goddess, so which is why you want to think carefully. So this maid Leatrice, I think is going to be one of the better ones. Now there's also the Neon Stalker Leatrice. So this particular one doesn't seem that impressive. You can see it gives a plus 10% attack here for the DOT. Some fire damage increase is good and all. But this one you get another 25% here. And this one you get another, you know, another increased turn of DOT, right? So she's all about DOT, which I'm not a big fan of. It increased her DOT damage, right? Her damage over time, which can be cool. And then the last one is going to be this one. The basic costume, which everybody gets for free, right? So this particular one. So what does this do? The major one, some of these are the crit rate, but we're looking at the major nodes, right? So this particular one, you can see plus 15% DOT damage. The regular one is 30%. So this is definitely a lot, right? And then SP consumption is reduced. I think this is going to be a big help, especially for this costume. The SP is 6. So it definitely helps a lot. If you guys use Leatrice in PvE, which I think a lot of people use, this is very, very good. Alright, this one also 20%. So this one is, I would say, right now, the most impressive one, in my humble opinion, is going to be the maid Leatrice, right? Because it gives you the tile range increase, which is something that you ideally want. Every time you... Tile range increase is super good. As cooldown reduction is whatever, right? That means you are able to use the costume skill more often. But I think the SP consumption, this one is also very important for her. It's going to make her one of the stronger fire characters actually. So let's look at who else. Eclipse, okay. So Eclipse again, we just briefly look at her. So Eclipse has 2 costumes. This one, not a big fan of this because you can see a lot of HP percent increase, HP percent increase, HP percent increase. It's like, why does she have so much HP percent increase? I guess they are trying to make her like a semi-tank sort of concept. So she's not really a damage dealer. And then you can see this one, she is doing more damage, plus 30% here, right? This particular one cooldown reduced by 2 turns, that one could be cool. And this one SP consumption reduced by 1. But the other costume, the limited one, limited FOMO Momo, which most of you probably, if you start late, you don't have this costume. Now this one piques my interest. This one, holy moly, look at this. Decrease magic resist by 20% for 4 turns. That's a very, very strong debuff. She's going to be very, very strong and prominent for magic team overall. Right, 15% darkness damage increase. Again, very, very good overall. She gets up to 30% right there. Easily doable. You just need to farm this particular one. What else? So this one you can see increase another 10%. It's not that big of a deal. This one both are going to increase more magic damage. So from 200% to 220%, I assume, right? But I do like this one more, right? Eclipse Keepers, unfortunate for Eclipse Keepers. Okay, let's see who else has this. We go through one at a time. So we already go through Leatrice. How about Rubia? So I mean Sylvia. Sylvia, not that impressive for me, right? So this particular costume is a counter-based costume. So basically, I think she's a very unique concept because she's a counter-based character. And I don't like that concept overall, except for in PvP where some allies hit you. But in PvE, you gotta wait for the enemy to hit you. And it just doesn't... Why do you want to wait for enemy to hit you to do damage, right? But that's her concept overall. I guess she's much more of a PvP character, at least for this particular costume. But you can see it does more counter damage, alright? So 265%, so increased by 50%. Okay, very, very good. Now this one, SP consumption reduced by 1. And this one I think is very, very good. It's going to make her survive even more attacks. Decrease incoming damage by 50%. So now increase to 75%. That's a lot. 75% is a lot. So this is for Desert Flower Silver specifically. Now for this particular one, the Sword Queen. So what does this do, right? You can see a 2% increase in damage, which is like whatever. She has some water damage increase and crit damage increase here. So this one is another 25% increase. I do think this is a good buff. So before this, her buff only increased attack by 100%. So now it increased by 125%. And then this one another 2% here. So it's going to make her do more damage. I believe this one is the Sylvia that is 1 SP. So for 1 SP, this is actually doing a lot. Right? For 1 SP, this is actually... How often do you see a 1 SP costume that does decent damage, right? And I think this one is actually not bad actually. She might be one of the better water type damage dealer. She's a water type, right? Yeah, she's definitely one of the better. I think she's probably one of the better water type damage dealers. If you guys are looking for a water type damage dealer, she is going to be the one to go for. So this particular one, again, increase your DOT, which is similar to one of Leatrice's one. You can see 45% become 45 plus 15, 60%. This one cooldown time reduced by 4 turns. Her default is 9 turns, right? So this one reduced by 4 turns, it becomes 5 turns. Definitely way more usable. And then this one increased the number of hits, which I find that extremely interesting because she does create an energy guard. So 2 of her costume are very defensive, but I like this particular one, the Sword Queen, in particular, right? Do you have to unlock all the small circles to get the big circle upgrades? I think you have to unlock it in order. If I have to guess correctly, right? I'm yet to do it for now. But you can see, I'm guessing now you can use this one, for example. This one only consume gold. And then can you see? Follow the lines. So you just follow the lines, you unlock this, and then you come here. And then you have to follow here in this particular order. So for this one, for example, you gotta go in this line, unlock this in that order. That's my guess. It would make sense, right? Why would they just allow you to unlock? Why would they just allow you to upgrade whatever? So obviously, they want you to like farm it in that particular order. Which is why, you know, I'm talking about it right now. Hopefully give you guys an idea as well which one is going to be the better one. So that's for Sylvia in particular. So next, let's have a look at Anastasia. So Anastasia has 2 costumes, right? So this one, you can see increased crit damage. Let me guess. One of it is going to increase even more crit damage. Am I right? So increased crit damage, but the... Oh, so it just increased the DOT that she does. Okay, that's cool. This one also increased DOT by another 10%. This one... Tal increase. Now that is interesting. She might be actually more viable in PvP now. Fire Graffiti Anastasia. She's one of the better fire characters alongside with Leatrice. Okay, let's have a look at one more costume. The default Gentle Maid Anastasia. Let me see. So this one increased by 30%, okay. So what else? She gets a lot of HP, attack percent increase. Attack percent actually makes more sense for her because she doesn't need crit damage. She already has a lot of crit damage, but you can see even some of these. Why is my camera at the mid? Because it's blocking this particular one. SP consumption is 1 reduce. Okay, pretty good. Wait, what's the default? Her SP consumption is 5 SP, so it becomes 4 SP. Okay. Cooldown time reduced by 2 turns. Again, not too bad because her default is 5 turns. Now it becomes 3 turns. Definitely way more usable. I think this makes a lot of sense. So Anastasia one is not bad, but I wouldn't put her as a priority personally, right? That's just my personal opinion. I would prefer Leatrice one because the tile range increase. I think tile range increase is more usable or more useful than cooldown time decrease. That's just my opinion though. So Justia has a lot of costume. We're gonna look at that later because hers has actually quite a lot. Which one I haven't seen? Let's look at the one with a single costume first. Okay, Rubia. What does Rubia has? Let's have a look. Rubia currently has 2 costumes in the game. So this particular one, what do we have? We get to increase the DOT by 35%. We got to increase the damage by 50%. Okay, just damage increase. No cooldown, no nothing. So she's already 4 SP and 5 turns, so just damage, straight up damage increase. I can respect that, alright? So next let's have a look at this one. The Empress of the Ocean. So this one, the range is insane. Look at this. Look at this range. This is insane, alright? So what does this do? 5 SP, 5 turn. So decrease defense by 30. Okay, now that is impressive actually. If you want to use her for debuff, for fire character, she's one of the better one. So before this she can decrease defense by 25%. Now she can decrease defense by 35% for 4 turns. Okay, and then we have this one which decrease defense, but this one just increase the DOT. Fair enough. And then the last one decrease defense even more. So I'm assuming she can decrease defense by 45% now because 10% here, 10% here. Which is pretty impressive if you ask me. Pretty impressive. 45% decrease defense. Now, okay, one thing about defense, right? People don't know about defense. Let me just emphasize this and preface this. Defense is only good if the enemy, your damage dealer are physical based. That means they are attack based. So if you reduce defense, but you're going to use magical characters or magic damage dealers, it doesn't make sense because that one is affected by magic resist, not defense. So defense is affected by physical damage, magic resist is affected by magical damage. So while reducing defense sounds good, but you have to make sure that the enemy or the team that you use is like a physical based team, right? So that's something to hopefully put out there, right? In case you guys are not aware. Some of you guys might not be aware of that. So there's defense and magical defense pretty much, which is magic resist in this game. That is going to be for that. Dalvi. Okay. So Dalvi only has 1 costume currently. What does this do? So she is going to be able to... She's one of the better wind type damage dealer. She's also sort of magic based, right? Increase magic... She increased damage by 15%. Okay, that's not bad. Increase wind damage here. Okay. Increase her HP, which I like because she's a very tanky character as well. SP consumption is reduced by 1. Her default is 4, now become 3. Okay, way more usable in PvP. I think this is going to be crucial if you're using her in PvP. Because in PvP, starting, you only get 5 SP if I'm not mistaken. So usually when you want to pair her with like a supporter, like you want to put Arenes buff first and then put something buff, or you want to put, in her case, Magical Girl Helena to buff first, now it's way more usable at 3 SP. This is actually very, very impactful actually in PvP. And then you have this one which increase another 15% of magic attack. Okay. I think she is getting a damage increase overall. Very, very good. I think Dalvi is very strong now. Hopefully she gets more costume. Hopefully she gets more costume. She only has 1 costume for now, so let's have a look at this particular girl, which I'm not familiar with, Alice. Okay, lovely lady. So what does this do again? So this particular one is very unique because you can see she can decrease defense and decrease magic resist, right? Decrease defense and decrease magic resist for 4 turns. So you can see right here. Alright. So what is she going to do? Physical damage based off the 70 plus 35% of attack. So, oh, more damage. Again, very good. So a lot of attack percent increase, damage increase. All of these are going up. So let's see what is this. SP consumption reduced by 1 and cooldown reduced by 2. So SP reduction become 4, cooldown become 3. Okay, I wish she has a range increase because this is still a cross tile, right? So it's something to consider. Wait. She has one more costume that I haven't checked. This particular one. So this particular one, increase the damage. Okay, 75% increase, not bad. Cooldown time reduced by 4 turns. Wait, what? Cooldown time is 5 turns, now become 4 turns. So you can use it at 1 turn every time. That is pretty impressive. And this skill also acquires 3 SP, so it's like a battery that constantly regenerates herself. That is interesting. Wait, is she a fire type? All the fire types are getting buffed like crazy. Now acquire 4 SP. She's going to be a very strong battery character now. Damn, Alice is getting buff. Holy. Alice is getting buff. She gives 4 SP. She does damage. You can spam this every 1 turn. I don't know what else do you want. I think she's going to be one of the more crucial characters if you're looking to tackle the bosses. Yeah, definitely you won't regret building her. I think she's going to be a strong character. And her other costume can decrease both defense and magic resist. Wow, that's a lot. That's going to be a lot. Okay, so that's for Alice. Very good, very impressive. I like that. Let's have a look at Elena. Elena is going to be for this particular one. She does have 2 costumes. So this, I'm not a big fan of Elena because she doesn't bring anything new to the table except for the remove the target's buff. So hopefully she gets some insane buff because of this. So let's see, what does she get? 15% increase damage. Okay, what else? Crit damage increase. Okay, that's always going to be good. Attack 3 times. Another 15% increased damage here. Cooldown time is reduced by 2 turns. Cooldown time is reduced by 2 turns, so now become 3 turns. So the thing is, I didn't use Elena in the previous, not the previous one, but the previous one. She's a dark type, right? Elena is a dark type, but usually, because I have Eclipse, I will always lean towards there. But she's one of the better dark type physical damage dealer. There's not many dark type physical damage dealer actually, aside from Elena or Cry. Your other option is Cry, right? If you're looking to tackle the boss and you're running a physical team. But for me, whenever I tackle a boss that's weak against dark type, I usually run a magical team because I have Celia, I have Lucretia, and I also have Bunny Girl Eclipse, which is, you know, a limited character. Let's see, what's the... This one, what does this do? This one is going to give you 35% more damage. Okay, very impressive. A bunch of crit rate here. 15% darkness increase. Very, very good. SP consumption reduced by 1. Whoa. What is this? This is new. Cannot use additional stat. Decrease defense by 20% for 2 turns. Oh. Okay, down. That is impressive. So now she can debuff the enemy. So before this, she only can do damage. And she cannot use skill for 2 turns. After this, she can decrease defense for 20%, by 20%. Again, I just want to emphasize, decrease defense is good if you're running a physical team. Alright, if you're running a physical team, this is going to be good. But if you're running a magical team, it doesn't matter. Because you're going to need to decrease magic resist as opposed to defense. So, not bad. Not bad. I like it overall. Very, very good for Elena. That decreased defense is something that will help your team overall. I like skills like that, rather than something that benefits only that particular character. Okay, next, Seer. Seer is going to be even stronger. Oh wait, Seer has 2 costumes, but I only got this one to show. Acquired... Okay, decreased damage. What else does she do? Decrease... Acquire 2 SP when you get attacked for 4 turns. Okay, that's pretty good. Additional stat. Creates an energy guard which is equal to 100% of max HP that takes damage for 2 turns. Alright. Wait, what does the other Seer has actually? Does anyone know? I don't have the other Seer. Somebody say it gives taunt, is it? If it gives taunt, that is actually impressive. Let me check on my tavern. Okay. Let's see. How do I check? Oh. So she becomes SP -1. Decreased damage becomes 85%. And then now she has an additional stat that makes the enemy taunt towards you. Damn, Sayre might actually be winning then, right? Yeah. But Grand Hilde can also do that. So I don't know. Sayre is competing with Grand Hilde right now for one of the better taunters in PvP, I guess. But Grand Hilde's taunt is better because it applies before the battle starts. So that could be something that Grand Hilde still have an advantage over. Now if you are attacking, sure, maybe you can do that. But yeah, that could be something to consider as well, right? As something to consider in PvP. But in PvE, I can see that's going to be really, really strong. So Angelica's one is going to give... so this costume, 6 SP 7 turns, is going to get massively upgraded. Because number 1, SP is reduced by 1 here. Number 2, she does even more DOT now. Before this is 14% DOT, now become 26%. Almost times 2 the DOT that she will deal. And then she get SP consumption reduced by 2. So this one, big upgrade, right? Like look at this. 14%, 26%. 6 SP become 4 SP. Very, very strong. Way more usable, way more stronger. Now as for this one, you can see 2 SP 5 turn become 2 SP 3 turn. And then before this is 60%, now becomes 70%. So her damage is going to be even higher. And then the last one, the Summer Angelica, which is not limited. Luckily, there's no FOMO. 4 turns, 5 turns become SP4 become 3 turns now. Alright, for 5 turns become 3 turns. And 21% become 25%. And it's really, really strong because this costume has big tile range. 25% for every single tile. Massive, especially when you hit the boss. So definitely, I think Angelica and Leatrice would be the priority based on what I can see. I would recommend either Angelica or Leatrice. Focus on one. But Angelica don't have skill or tile range increase. Leatrice has. I will go for that, I think. I think that's going to be better. Okay, I've pretty much gone through every single character except for the last one, which is Justia. I want to check her last because she has like 20 different costumes. Let's have a look. Justia's one. Holy moly. Let's start with the most basic costume, White Reaper. What does this do? Okay, this particular one. So it's going to give you more damage, okay. Cooldown time reduced by 2 turns. More damage here, okay, very good. So just more damage overall. So simple. More damage and cooldown time reduced. So how about this one? Kendo Club. What does this do? Even more damage here, as you can see, 15% increase. 15% increase here. SP consumption reduced by 1. Before this was 4, now become 3. Not bad. So this one I like. Really saw this. Number 1, cooldown time reduced by 2 turns. Number 2, it also does more damage. Number 3, this one. I like this one. This one will be able to help you because your attack range increase overall. That means you can place her anywhere, on the leftmost tile or the rightmost tile to avoid the boss's attack. I do like this a lot. This is going to be huge on PvP as well. I think now she's less position dependent compared to before. This is going to be very, very good overall. Let's have a look at this one. So this one, you are getting more 20% more damage, 20% more damage here, but you get your tile range become a 3x3. Damn, 3x3 now. Blood Glutton Justia is getting the favoritism here. Favoritism. And the last one is this one. The limited Justia that no free-to-play can ever get ever again if you start the game today. Too bad, son. Too bad. You miss out on this costume forever. FOMO is strong. Let's see. FOMO is strong, so for sure they'll do something to counter the FOMO and make it even stronger, right? Let's see that. Okay, increase attack by 130%. Acquire 6 SP? Wait, what? Wait, that's a lot. 6 SP is a lot. What? Actually, FOMO. Wait, she just gave out 6 SP. 6! Increase attack by 100% for 6 turns. And creates energy guard. What? Am I crazy? So, she's a 2 SP character. So when you use her skill, she creates an energy guard, makes her tanky. She increased her own attack by 130% for 6 turns, and now she gives 6 SP in return. Wow. I think she gives the most battery out of every battery unit out there. Power creep is real. All the tier lists that you see before this, they are all trash in the garbage bin now. Because now all the characters have changed. The meta has changed again. Tier lists that you see before today cannot be trusted. Should be thrown in the garbage. Okay? We'll make a new tier list once every single character in the roster gets the ability. Because I don't want to make tier lists and then change again when the other characters... But yeah, this potential liberation, man. So right now, remember, not every character has this yet. Later, don't have this yet. Sherazade do not have potential liberation yet. So potential liberation is going to make every character way stronger. Once Austin gets this, once Therese gets this, every Rao gets this. Oof, oof! Don't even get me started. Every character out in the bin, man. New tier list for sure.